The announcement of my hiring as the new annual conference director was made in May. My predecessor, Chris Douglas, started orienting me to the job, copying me on important email threads, inviting me to participate in the weekly calls with CoVision in preparation for Annual Conference 2021, involving me in some of the behind-the-scenes work during Annual Conference 2021, and including me in the relevant meetings between Annual Conference and my start date. This soft orientation was incredibly helpful, preparing me to step into a very intense first 4 weeks. During my first week, I built the 2022 budget and extended invitations to key longtime volunteers in preparation for Annual Conference 2022. During my second week, we hosted meetings of the Program and Arrangements Committee and officers, and I participated in the leadership team meeting. I also began to extend invitations to people called to provide worship leadership for the 2022 conference. During our third week, we made a site visit to Omaha in preparation for Annual Conference next summer. During my fourth week, Chris walked conference assistant Debbie Knopfsinger and me through the Annual Conference planning timeline and all of the computer files. These first 4 weeks were simultaneously overwhelming and affirming, grounding and equipping. 7 weeks into this job, I know there is still much to learn, but I am beginning to feel as if I am finding my footing as planning continues for the 2022 Annual Conference. I am deeply grateful to Chris and to David for their unflagging willingness to offer guidance and answer questions during this time of transition. To Conference Assistant Debbie Knopfsinger for her partnership in this work, and to the many volunteers who've expressed a desire to continue their service to Christ and the Church through the ministry of Annual Conference. I am going to share more about Omaha and the 2022 conference, but as part of my report, I would encourage each of you to watch the wrap-up video for Annual Conference 2021, which is posted for you to view, especially if you were not able to participate in this groundbreaking virtual conference or if you have not already watched it. Now, looking ahead to 2022. First, I want to share that the 2022 budget does project a loss. While we are anticipating some increase in expenses as a result of ongoing pandemic-related supply and labor issues, as well as basic inflation, the larger impact on our budget will come from a projected drop in attendance. As much as people have expressed a deep desire to gather in person again, in 2022 we are facing the perfect storm in terms of attendance projections. A location west of the Mississippi, which usually results in lower attendance, an ongoing pandemic, which is creating lingering uncertainty about travel, and the departure of some congregations, many of which, while not contributing to the denomination in recent years, have still been sending delegates to Annual Conference. With this unfortunate news out of the way, I want to share some highlights of our planning for Annual Conference in 2022. First, although Annual Conference has previously been held in Lincoln, Nebraska, Omaha is a new city for us. It is a vibrant city with a strong commitment to revitalization. It is well worth a visit, and in fact, I would encourage you to plan a couple extra days in Omaha to enjoy its amenities. The CHI Convention Center sits on the bank of the Missouri River. It is a beautiful venue connected via a skyway to the Hilton just across the street. Between the two, there is ample and flexible meeting space to accommodate all of our needs. Our second hotel, the Doubletree, is several blocks away, but does offer a breakfast buffet for just $12, and we will be providing shuttle service between the hotel and the convention center during peak travel times. We have a wonderful hotel rate for Omaha, just $106 a night, plus tax, including free parking. We have not had a room rate this low since at least 2009. Just behind the convention center is a pedestrian bridge that connects Nebraska and Iowa, The state line is marked on the bridge so you can stand with one foot in each state and snap your own selfie. Standing guard at the foot of the bridge is Omar the Troll. Just a few blocks from the convention center is the Jean Leahy Park, the first phase of a multi-million-dollar 3-park rejuvenation project will be completed next spring, just in time for us to enjoy it, with ample green space, play areas, water features, picnic areas, and an amphitheater. Just on the other side of the park is the Old Market, a revitalized neighborhood with several shops, restaurants, and of special importance, an ice cream shop. One of the businesses located in the Old Market is Urban Abbey, a local coffee house ministry associated with the United Methodist Church. Between the convention center and the park is the Capitol District, a new plaza offering restaurants as well as a cupcake and gelato shop and outdoor seating. And if you do plan to spend a couple extra days in Omaha, there is so much more to see and do. The Lauritzen Gardens, the Henry Dorley Zoo, the Durham Museum, the Joslyn Art Museum, the Lewis and Clark Historic Trail Headquarters and Museum, the Omaha Storm Chasers, a minor league team affiliated with the Kansas City Royals, and the Tri-Faith Center, where a United Church of Christ congregation, a Jewish synagogue, and an Islamic center share space and engage in shared local outreach. There really is something for everyone in Omaha. Second, moderator David Sollenberger has chosen the theme Embracing One Another as Christ Embraces Us. Program and Arrangements Committee is excited to announce our lineup of preachers for Omaha. On Sunday evening, moderator David Sollenberger will speak on the theme Embracing One Another with Christ as Our Example. On Monday evening, Leonor Ochoa, a church planter in the Atlantic Northeast District, will speak on the theme Embracing One Another in Times of Pain and Brokenness. On Tuesday evening, Eric Bishop, chair of the Bethany Board, will speak on the theme Embracing One Another in Our Joy and Celebration. On Wednesday evening, Nathan Rittenhouse, standing committee member from the Shenandoah District, will speak on the theme Embracing One Another Amidst Our Diversity as a Faith Community. On Thursday morning, Belita Mitchell, former moderator and retired pastor, will speak on the theme Embracing One Another as we reach out to our neighbors. The worship services are being planned by Dawn Atoni Wilhelm, Paula Bowser, and Tim Hollenberg Duffy. Carol Elmore, the third-year Program and Arrangements Committee member, is chairing the worship team, and Scott Duffy will serve as our music coordinator. Third, while delegates will still be expected to participate in person, we will offer the option of registering to participate virtually for non-delegates. This fee-based option will include access to business sessions, some live, hybrid, or virtual insight sessions, and recordings of other insight sessions. Worship will still be available to all free of charge, as it has been in the past. More information about Annual Conference 2022 will be shared in the coming months.